Hello, everyone. It's your boy Josh,
It's your boy Tay.
and we back again with another review. Season 5, The Boys, Episode 4. Let's get it started. So before we get started, like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check out our other content too as well. We greatly appreciate watching us. All right. So Tay, Episode 4. Anything catch your eye you want to discuss or anything? And just give you a
Oh,
warning. We may discuss small spoilers if you haven't seen it. So I let
yeah.
Tay go.
No, you can go ahead, man. Go ahead, go first.
Well, episode four was episode four was fairly straightforward. We know Ryan didn't die, even though he got
Yeah,
beat to a pulp, but he survived. He's a survivor. I'm joking.
yeah. He
uh,
did heal. He did
also,
heal a little. He did heal a little like fast though. So we will
yeah,
give
he
him
did a little.
that.
He was still alive, and I'm shocked Ryan never saw Star Wars, even though Butcher saw the ruin to Star Wars.
Yeah, he did.
It's a funny joke. If you watch the episode, you give it. I'm like, he never saw Star Wars. We've been living underneath a rock. I'm like, but all jokes aside, well, this episode was pretty much focused on going find. They pretty much going to find the B1, the original B1. So that was
Yeah,
pretty much the big premise of everything. Post episode 3, the battles and the fights and everything.
yeah.
That's pretty much was the big chunk of this episode. And also, what's up with the weird fetishes, with the church guy? Well, I was they the boys they have no cut card. There's no filter in the boys
It's really
for some
none.
reason.
It's really none. Yeah,
But they with just to add on for the church portion, they pretty much I guess they trying to make Homelander like the prophet. I guess they doing a church of Homelander. I have no idea. Like they
yeah,
pulled out a poll and said like 20% of the population. I'm like, what? So I guess he's
yeah,
supposed to be the prophet or the Messiah. I guess whatever. He's supposed to be the new Messiah. I guess
yeah,
quote unquote. That's the way they're going. But back to when they was searching, pretty much searching for V1, the original V1. They I forgot where they went. What was the name of the place? Crap, it's gonna come to me. I just
Fort
slipped
Harmony.
my mind.
Fort Harmony was
For
the.
Harmony. So they went to For Harmony, and pretty much that was a weird experience too, because like they found dead bodies and dead animals. It was just
Hmm.
it was getting weird. But that was pretty much the gist of it. But I let you go. I let you go. You probably got the PowerPoint presentation.
Never
For
there.
the
But okay.
Susan. I just pretty much summarized what happened in the episode. Episode 4 was fairly somewhat straightforward too as well. It wasn't
Yeah,
too complex in my opinion. Yeah, all right.
yeah. Yeah, we yeah, just to piggyback off what you said, like you said from the get go, we seen from from the aftermath of everything. We seen Stan, Edgar, and Homelander have been reunited forcefully, but it has
Pretty much.
happened.
Yeah, that
um,
was that was awkward. That was awkward. But I'm sorry.
yeah,
How you feel the tension in the room. You're like, yeah, you can tell they
yeah,
don't like each other. But they doing the fake corporate hi. That's pretty much what they
exactly.
if you ever worked in the
You know,
corporate America in the workplace, you know what the fakeness of what we talk about. But yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
And it's I guess that's by you bringing up the church, I guess that's why they titled it through the heavens fall. I guess because I guess they was trying to like tie it in with all that, but
Yeah, oh, we ain't
um
gonna talk about your boy doing the church's money. What is it, like 150 mil? It was something. Wait, when
a
he said that, I was
hundred
like
and
150
fifteen.
mil.
He's 150 million in debt. I was like,
How
that
you
is
blow 150 million?
crazy.
What was they? What was they buying? Gucci everything? They was literally walking on red bottoms, literally like everybody. House.
Yo, it was crazy. That joke was crazy when they
Yeah,
said that. I was like, yo, okay. But yeah, it's
yeah.
funny to me because now it's like with this episode, it's like the boys meet the Last of Us, like the like
It was. It
the way
was
they
like that
surrounded.
vibe.
Yeah. Um, but no, it's like like you said, falling off of what the fallout from Ryan and Homelander's fight. And we see Ryan do get healed up. He does heal up. Butcher's telling them about, like I said, Star Wars with the Empire Strikes Back, like getting the
Yeah,
reference and all that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Remember the
now,
joke he said? Yeah, it's the difference between being brave and stupid. Like stupid,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
um, you know, going to, like you said, them finding out about Fort Harmony. Both of them pretty much got the same plan. Going there to try to get the last, I guess, vessel of it. Um, Sister Sage, end up talking Soldier Boy into going there. To pat, I guess to try to patch up old wounds or something. I guess by him having history out there. I guess. Um, and they yeah, they go there. Of course, the boys end up being the first ones there to try to find. They do end up finding it, but in the result of them finding it, they finding out that the case was actually empty. So there was no V1 in the facility at all. Then they end up running into um, which is funny, and I wasn't expecting it from this character, but
Mhm.
Hughie finally let Butcher have it. It was long overdue, but he finally snapped on
Mhm.
Butcher.
Yeah, the build up.
Um,
It was the build up.
yeah, calling him like the save. He pretty much he called it the savior complex, where while Butcher just smirked through the whole he's the whole outburst. He just spurted. Then we find out that the reason why they outbursting, they pretty much outbursting on each other, spazzing out on each other, was actually spoiler. It was actually Soldier Boy's brother that was hung on
Yeah.
the wall, like
Yeah.
Soldier Boy's
Yeah, and
brother.
your boy Frenchie is immune to it because he's a drug addict. That was like
Yeah.
the plot twist.
Like out of all things, him being a junkie actually saved him. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, yeah. I'm used to this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm used to this. I was like, dang.
And then
Yeah.
that's why it didn't affect Frenchie, because Frenchie was a drug addict as well, and that's why it
Yeah.
didn't
Hard
affect
drugs.
him.
Hard drugs too. Like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody else, as far as like Kaneko, Huey, Butcher, Mother's Milk, everybody got affected with that whole with it. So everybody was just spazzing out against each other. We actually seen a big fight scene between the team before
Mm.
before Homelander got there. Um that they didn't know what was the cause of it till they found out it was Soldier Boy's brother. Um and then that you know, uh we seen the moment where Kaneko confronts Frenchie, and I think that was the most grounded moment of the episode, where she was tired of being his project. Um, but ironically, I mean, yeah, ironically, the irony of Frenchie being the only one immune, because his brain is basically a chemical wasteland from the years of drugs, like we just said,
Yeah. Yeah.
literally.
His brain is already rotten from the drugs.
So like it's just like Soldier Boy, he could be immune of that of it because of the fact of pretty much like you said, the hard drugs, his hard life
Yeah.
party
What?
back
And
during the
they had your
years.
boy, they had your Soldier Boy brother, like the Last of Us, like the falls.
Yeah,
Like it just reminded me of the Last of Us. That's what it reminded me.
the
So
sprout and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, like he the sprout.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. That's what it just
um
reminded me of when I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah.
yeah, but it's funny though because Frenchie became the one that could save the team from it all. Um, it was like it was like Frenchie Frenchie, for the most part, has been a liability as far as if if it ain't involving Kaneko or anything in that nature, that he pretty much stays in the background. This time he actually had to be the one to save the team because he can't feel like how they feel. You know what I'm saying? So for him, this was a big episode for him. Um, but yeah, let's get then we gotta go straight to it. Um, the big, like thing that happened with this with Soldier Boy and Homelander was when the while the boys are pretty much battling each other and they falling apart. You know,
Mhm.
Homelander and Soldier Boy are having a father son bonding trip that go south very very fast. He ended up locking his ass
Real
in the
escalated real quickly, real quick.
You know what I'm saying? He found out that he didn't even smash old girl because he told some BS. I think it was Stormfront. I think he was talking about Stormfront, but
Mm.
yeah, he ended up doing that. Uh, lock him in a room. I forgot what the actual chamber was, but he did lock him in that room. Um, and he said most of the soups in that room, they got to go through that before they be during the process of them becoming the soup at that time. And he locked them in that room. And I think this is the first time we actually seen Homelander probably like actually felt human.
Weak,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
like
weak
weak.
and
That's the
human.
first time we actually seen him like being weak.
Yeah. So when he was in that chamber, that was the first time we actually seen him like bleed
Mhm.
out, like actually bleed, actually felt like you said, weak and felt like a human. Um, it actually showed him being uh mortalized, if you want to say, like what I'm saying, like he really felt like he was mortal. Um, he looked terrified. He spazzed out on Soldier Boy for putting him in the room, whatever the case may be. But Soldier Boy was going to do that. You set him up for failure, like for real, for real. He didn't
Yeah, so
forget.
Soulja Boy still
Like,
got some grudge. Like he said, you had me
yeah,
hunt these people. They had a virus. They could possibly kill me.
yeah. Like he didn't forget about that. So he's like, you know what?
He ain't
I'm
forget.
gonna throw you in it.
Stay petty.
Yeah, exactly. So he just threw his ass in that chamber, and until until Homelander could get out or figure out a way. It even got to one point where Butcher actually sees him in the joint, and he's been telling him like, "Oh, you don't look good in there." you
Trolling
know what
him.
I'm saying?
Like, dang,
Yeah, he
man.
was just he's like, "Oh, it's nice out here, ain't it?" He's just trolling him. Um, but yeah, like and then it also reveals that like Soldier Boy is not just he's not a complete jerk all the time. He like I said, he's a man that holds grudges. He doesn't want to lead. He doesn't want to lead with Homelander or be side by side with him. He wants to erase him. Actually, he don't want no parts of home. Like he wants no parts of Homelander at all. He's like, I don't even want him to be my DNA. Pretty much at this point, like he's
Yeah.
trying to do anything in his power to get him up out of there. Um, and oh, so his brother's name, which I can officially say now, was Quinn. That was the one that was on the like that
When,
was
oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he was the one that was on the wall, looking like the Sprout from freaking Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. I mean, we could go from that. Like you said, going with I could piggyback off what you're saying about the church. Like, dude, trying to make Homelander this being to everybody should worship. Um, and then and of course it started from Firecracker and Sisters and Ashley. They started this whole thing. Uh, trying to make him like this new religion around Homelander. Um,
Mhm.
and oh, So his hero name is Old Father. I don't know what his real name is, but his hero name is Old Father.
Mhm.
He's clearly the brains behind the operation. He's turning Homelander into, like you said, a literal
The prophet,
messiah. Yeah, like a messiah figure.
prophet. And
Yeah,
that's what I
which
say.
is
I'm joking to say like the Church of Homelander.
yeah.
Like that's what they like going at. Yeah.
But the thing is, if you know Homelander and if you know anything with his ego, that's the last thing you want to give a guy with a god complex. Like you don't want to give that guy more ego.
Mhm.
You want to give him a whole religion. Like you gonna give him more ego.
Mhm.
Woo. I was like, yeah,
Heard
okay.
anything else? You can also we also can talk about the subplot Starlight. Remember she left episode
Yeah.
3,
And went to
pretty
her
much
father.
episode
Yep.
4. She went to her father, and her father pretty much abandoned her, which was her and her mom he had a whole nother family, whole nother family. But then
Yep.
then
Find
his
out that
son is pretty much snitching, calling in the police. He gonna be a snitch.
yeah. And on top of that, find out that her brother is one of the quote unquote followers of this of Homelander's
Yeah,
agenda as well. Um, she was, she just went somewhere that she wanted to get confirmation for. Find out why he actually officially left. Find out he's a deputy for the
mhm,
town that he was at. Um,
mhm.
the stepmom knew about her the whole time. Like it was a lot with that one too. Like just finding out that
Mhm.
she got a whole she got a whole side family on top of that.
Hmm.
So it's like okay, now we see what her father really did. Was doing, and yeah, we we see what happens. Annie pretty much saves the day. You know, even though her brother was being a complete ass that episode, but she ended up saving
Yeah,
him at the end too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, but it does show, but the episode does end with the boys getting the V1 case. Like I said, just to find out that it's empty. Like that was the crazy thing about it. They did all that, both sides on top of that, but they end up getting the case and find out it's empty. That was a waste of a ride. Like that ride home had to been like,
yeah. L. That's what it was. L.
yes,
But
yeah. Like
then,
it was
then
complete
on top of
silence.
that, they all fight each other. On top of that, didn't make it
Yes,
any worse. They was all fighting on it. Yeah,
and
that was just
Soldier
L.
and Soldier Boy had to blast his own brother Quinn for them to get just for that joint to happen. He had to
Yeah,
blast his own brother. Literally, he had to blast him.
yeah.
Like, mm. But it looked like it said. I think they said that. I think the person name or it's something in this realm that bomb site beat him to it. Um,
Yeah,
so the race is on.
yeah. Because the
So
person that opened this said who could probably do this, then they dropped a clue that was bomb site.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
so
bomb
that's pretty
like
much. Yeah, but
yeah.
I thought they
So
said
now
he did allegedly, allegedly,
allegedly he's dead, but we don't. They don't know
allegedly.
where he might put that. Yeah, they don't know where he put that last.
We're gonna put that in quotes. We're gonna put that in.
Yeah,
We don't know as of now.
yeah. But now it's like, but now the race is on. Um, but the team is more broken than it ever been because like a lot of truth that came out with Quinn's power of turning everybody against each other. Pretty much enhancing his power, pretty much. With the mind, with the mind thing. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what you guys think? Uh, is Soldier Boy actually going to kill Homelander or try to? Well, we already know what the outcome going to be because technically, if you know the story,
Mhm.
you already know. Um, um, Yeah, is Homelander going to kill? Is he actually going to help or going to kill Homelander himself? Um, what is Bombshell going to do with that V1 that they can find and that allegedly he put somewhere that he beat everybody to? Um, but yeah, everything else, just drop your theories at the bottom. Let us know what you think. Like,
Any
comment,
ratings?
subscribe.
Want to give a rating
Oh,
or
ratings. Oh, my bad. Ratings.
would you want to give a rating?
I actually like this
You got to give
episode.
a rating. 0 to 10.
I
10
actually like
being
this
the best,
episode.
0 is being like a failure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, I like this episode because just for the fact that how like the character work and everything. I actually give it an 8.
8. Okay. All right. I was at 8. I might go slightly under. I'm on prices right. You know, I want to say 7.9. I'm trolling. We always say 8. Evenly, it's an 8. I'm trolling. All right.
Yeah.
Just let you guys know we do the ratings. Just get used to the prices right jokes. If you ever watch Prices
Yeah.
Right, someone do like one number above or one number below. That's just how the
Yeah.
price is right. All right. Probably showing my
Yeah.
age
But
for
nah,
Price is Right. I know. I know the younger generation probably don't know what Price is Right is.
they
But
should
I
now.
wanted to tell
Too.
you, well, they probably don't know. The young, like maybe like the Gen Z or maybe younger, may not know. They
Yeah.
probably know, but may not know. Okay. All right. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'd love to hear your theories, feedback, anything. Also, check out our
Everything.
other content too as well. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Peace and theories.
Peace and love, y'all. Stay diabolical, of like always.
Don't listen to him, guys. Don't listen to him.
Hey, that's the